Hey, what's up guys? Frank here, and I'm going to do a review of the newest game in the Kingdom Hearts series called Kingdom Hearts Recoded.
Completely ignoring your YouTube name and completely ignoring the title of the video, I would have never guessed you were Frank and that you were going to do a review of Kingdom Hearts yeah, Recoded. Forget I said Birth by Sleep because I didn't mean to say that.
It's a pretty good game, and the fighting style is just like uh, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep for the PSP.
So, Kingdom Hearts game plays like a Kingdom Hearts game. That's just like me saying that Castlevania Bloodlines for the Sega Genesis plays just like Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo, only it has a little bit better character selection. So yeah.
It doesn't have the extra story modes like I hoped it would have. Uh,
Okay, I see exactly what you were trying to say with that one, but let me just clarify something for you. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep doesn't have different story modes. It's pretty much the same exact story with different characters' point of views. Not really different story modes. Just kind of pointing that out because that's kind of a simple mistake that anyone would say. In fact, I think I said that in my review of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. But it's just different characters' points of views, and it also has a extra ending. So, that's all I have to really say on that matter.
it's got like the little scrolling screen on the side. Uh, I'm just gonna
Okay, not trying to be mean, but you might want to have a script for your next review. Because you don't want to say, I forgot what I was going to say. You don't want that.
I guess just show you the back of the this game of the case as well. Uh,
I will say this about your review. You're at least giving them something to look at while you're trying to think of something to say. But, maybe gameplay footage would have been a little bit better than showing the back of the box. That probably would have been a little more entertaining to watch instead of going, here's the back of the box for you guys to look at while I try to think of something, or maybe using a jump cut even to help your review. So you're not just sitting there trying to think of something to say. And you might be asking yourself, why are you showing the back of Final Fantasy Dissidia Final Fantasy instead of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep? Well, I don't have that game on me because my friend's borrowing it, and this is the quickest game I could grab. And like I said, jump cuts can help too. See, I goes a split second, I put the game down, and I got a hoodie on, which only took me a couple minutes to do. But the jump cut made it short. It only took a seconds with the camera. Like it just went right to it. And if you need help find out how to do a jump cut, I'll help you out because I'm a little bit better with recording than you are. Just pointing that out there.
it's got the same kind of scrolling screen on the side, like when you press Y, it has like the different abilities in the bottom left hand corner of your screen. And if you press, or no, not Y, if you press X, it like scrolls up and down. Wait, no. Crap. I'm confusing myself.
Okay, I have mixed feelings about that part. On one hand, you really don't need to explain the controls, but on the other hand, you are kind of getting a little bit descriptive with the game, which is better than being undescriptive. You know, you don't have to explain what each and every control do. Here, let me just give you an example. Alright, Blades of Vengeance. To move, you use the D-pad, and you can duck and attack. To attack, you press B. To jump, you press A. Um, and yeah, that's essentially what. Oh man, he got me. But that's essentially what I'm saying. You don't need to go over like every single aspect and make the review too descriptive. It's been a while since I played this game, so that's why I'm sucking right now. That's all I really have to say on that subject. It's like you don't really need to go into every single tiny aspect that makes the review too descriptive, but you don't want to be too undescriptive. Like, the game's graphics are good, the controls are all right. This is kind of the first level. I'm just rambling on now.
If you press the left button on the back, it scrolls up and down. And if you press X, it uses the move that it's highlighting. The moves overall are pretty good, and the final boss wasn't as hard as I'd hoped it would be, even on critical mode.
That is a legitimate complaint I can sympathize with, because when I beat Birth by Sleep, the very final boss you fight with Aqua on the final story mode, he was really easy. So I can sympathize with that complaint. Because that happens in quite a few RPGs I've played, and in current ones too. Like the final boss isn't that difficult. Pretty easy to beat. But you gotta kind of explain like what made him too easy. But that's a good complaint.
Which is also like Birth by Sleep. It has beginner, standard, proud, and critical. And I always play the games on the hardest difficulty.
Alright, here's a point I don't have much to say about, because that's a really good thing to do, is explain how you play the game, so people know like what kind of preference you're coming from. It, it shows what kind of gamer you are when you play the game, like how experienced you are with them, and also giving your YouTube video history, you are pretty experienced, more experienced with Kingdom Hearts than I am, except for Birth by Sleep.
And when it comes to leveling up, the level up is kind of more optional than anything else.
Alright, another good point to point out about the game is, like leveling up isn't that necessary, so, it explains how the game might be a little bit too easy because you don't need to level up that much, so there won't be much grinding. So if you're into leveling up and like leveling up a lot, since it's more of just an option, you might want to look for a different RPG. But if you're into games where leveling up isn't the biggest part of beating the game, then you might be into that game. Good point to point out.
Besides the weapon choice, leveling up is like you have these little panels that since this is a data version of Sora, he has like a database, and you can install a different kinds of chips in it, like magic plus, strength plus, HP plus, level up chips, trophy chips, blank chips that don't do anything. So the blank chips are just used for taking up space.
Alright, that was like a really good example of being descriptive just enough. I'd say he pretty much nailed being descriptive right there. He didn't go overboard with it, but it wasn't where he left big stuff out. So that's all I really got to say on that point, because I haven't played the game, so I don't know much about it, so I really can't respond to that point. But from what it sounded like, he was very descriptive.
The game overall, I give it about a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10. The way you describe the game in this video right here, this video review, you make it sound more like an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. Just the way you describe it, I'm just pointing that out. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, not really pertaining to this video, the only Kingdom Hearts game that I think deserves a 9 out of 10 is the first one. But that's just my opinion, like I said.